So you want to edit your videos and make them absolutely pop off. Well, to be honest, making viral videos mostly comes from the video idea, so it's pretty hard to do with just editing. But at least I can show you how to make a genuinely good video so that when you watch through it, you can say, "Damn, that was so good." Firstly, of course, is the hook. I know you've heard about the hook too many times, but it is important. The way I see the hook is that it just sets up the rest of the video. If you click on a video and it just launches straight into the main chunk, then it just feels off. The viewer needs a second to get their head around the video and also get involved with the video. Without the hook, the viewer is less engaged and less connected to the video, and it's less like you made the video for them and more like you made some random video which they don't care about, which they'll then click off of. As for the editing side of things, the space has changed quite a bit. You can do the Mr. Beast style where you throw everything in the viewer's face for the first 5 seconds, but depending on your niche, you can also get away with simple minimalistic editing. But to be honest, as a video editor, it does benefit you more to do crazy stuff in the beginning. If you try your wildest ideas when you're editing an intro, then you'll learn by doing. And also, if it does pay off, then tons of people will be seeing your sick editing. So try and make the intro sick, and even if it's not, at least pay attention to detail, because in the first 30 seconds, people will notice things more. Secondly, you have to visualize for the viewer. Most editors just throw random things on the screen because, it's better for retention or whatever. But it's actually the opposite. The difference between average editors and really good ones is that they actually pay attention to when animations are necessary. Most of the time, it's when the person is explaining something kind of boring. If I said, "Hey guys, so to edit, you have to open Premiere Pro, click new project, import your footage," then it would be so much better if the viewer could actually see what you're saying. And when it's not explaining something technical, then you just have to focus on the core aspect of what they're saying. Not just anything they're talking about, which you can find a PNG of online, but the core message behind the sentence or phrase that they're trying to say. For example, take the intro for this video. An average editor would do something like this. So you want to edit your videos and make them absolutely pop off. But an insane, cracked out of their mind editor like myself would do something like this. So you want to edit your videos and make them absolutely pop off. Thirdly is pacing and emotion. This is one that's often overlooked because it seems kind of wishy-washy and it's not very clear on what to do. But pacing... Wait, no, I've actually kind of filmed a video on this already, so let me pass you to my previous self. Yo, what's up? So here's how to have perfect pacing as a video editor. The most important idea is that you have to try and make the person talk as naturally as possible. When you're cutting up footage, it's easy to just get rid of all the gaps, but the key is to make the person talk as fluently as they would in person. This is mostly done through cutting, and it all comes down to the detail of just a few frames. You can move a clip just 3 frames forward, but it will help it flow, and it will make the statement seem so much more impactful. If you didn't notice, I just did it there. But there are 2 main cuts, the J cut and the L cut. The L cut is where the visual comes in before the audio, and the J cut is where the audio comes in before the visual. You probably already know that, so let me tell you exactly what cut to do in what type of situation. You should always use a J cut when you want to make a statement impactful. You leave the person looking at the camera, and it lets the statement sit for just that little bit longer. Anything up to 5 frames is good, but you want to be aiming for 2 or 3 for most. But sometimes your person will be doing some kind of hand movement, which will make the J cut jumpy. Here, you should do either a straight cut or an L cut, which means 1 frame slightly before so that it makes it smoother between the clips. You can also do a fake match cut, which is where a person slightly moves before the next clip, which matches with the movement of the next scene, like I just did. Besides that, don't be scared to leave some gaps in between sentences, because if you cut all the gaps, it might make it seem unnatural. Well, that saved me some time. Fourth is paying attention to detail. This is a skill which so many editors forget about, and it shows. The thing is, it's not any of the small aspects which you change which will make a big difference in the video, but it's the mindset of looking out for the tiny details which adds up over time. For example, think about the editor who's willing to sit down and watch through their 30 minutes of editing, noting down any small changes they want to make, versus an editor who finishes off a video and then sends it straight off to a client who, by the way, isn't happy because there's 3 spelling mistakes and 23 other changes they need to make. Now, this might be hard, especially at the start, because you might not be charging that much per video, but trust me, you need to have this mindset from the beginning. Pay attention to detail, over-deliver, and your work will start to stand out from other editors. But anyway, I hope you found something of value from this video. See you in the next one.